The basic one is always just like, oh, like how'd you get into rap? But like I don't want to be that guy and just ask that. So what makes you want to stay in rap? Like what makes you want to keep doing this?
I mean, like, I think rap is longevity. You know, it's not like sports where you could physically be out the game. You know what I mean? So, rap is all mental, and I think that's something that never really leaves. So, as long as I can produce, music in my head, I'm gonna probably still pursue that. And I'm in love with it. So, for me, that's every reason. You know.
All right, now I'll ask you. So how'd you get into it?
Shit. Just I'm not gonna lie. I think it was just growing up in a household where hip hop was dominant. From my mom's playing music on Sundays or every day, should I say? Hip hop, real hip hop, and then getting older and learning what a mixtape was, and then around 12, I just started, toying with it, writing little shit down, and by 15, started recording my first records, and so on and so forth. So that was like my real start
Yeah.
to this shit.
Like speaking from our perspective when we started this podcast, like there's a period in podcasting and YouTubing, whatever you want to call it, when you're broadcasting to an audience of like zero.
Right.
And like it could be a shitty feeling, like damn, like I gotta watch my own shit 10 times just so I could like feel good about myself.
Yeah.
Like you obviously went through that at one point, but now you have an audience, like you've built an audience, like you have fans that follow you and listen to you and know your lyrics.
Right.
What's that feeling like now?
Shit, I mean, it's a beautiful feeling because, like you said, like for me, I always look at it like, damn, like there's people out there in the world that know these lyrics, and I wrote these at home or personal time. So to know that it came from here, and now it touched somebody enough to memorize it, like people got shit to do. They ain't got time to sit around. You know what I mean? So it feels good just knowing that what I'm saying is being heard. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to be that guy that's just
spitting bars for nothing.
Yeah, and nobody's really gravitating. So I think that's my reward. Over the money, I think it's the people and the interaction, seeing them. That's just everything for me.
Yeah.
So tell me, what actually keeps you in the game day to day? Because I know that we all have our own lives, and we have to make ends meet. And yeah, if you're not producing on a day to day, then for that matter, you're doing wrong. You go back to rapping every day. This is a dominant field in your life. Tell me what keeps you staying there. And I know you said, being around it when you was young and it being a dominant force in the household. But what actually makes you get up and actually feed that hunger?
That like the actual hunger, because the hunger never left. You know what I mean? So I think just being a fan of it, as much of a fan as I am of hip hop, I'm also a competitor in it. So it's like it's that feeling, it's that high, it's that feel that I get when I do a new record, that feeling that I get when I do a show, that feeling that I get when something goes viral. Like to me, that's my high. So it's like I feel it in me. Like it's still my time to keep pursuing this. Like I still haven't even reached half of where I want to go. And that's my goal. It's just like, bro, we got to keep climbing every day.
You say keep climbing. So tell me, what is the actual goal in this? What do you want to get out of this? You're rapping day to day and you coming up with bars that you actually see people are touched by it.
Right.
Because I went to one of your shows, two of your shows actually now.
That's right, yeah.
And
shout out to you for that work.
I've been in the atmosphere where I've seen and heard everybody rapping bar for bar, verbatim, what you're saying in your song. I could only imagine what that makes me feel like as an artist rapping and people are spitting my lyrics out. Yeah. That's crazy in itself, but tell me, that has to play a part in it.
Hell yeah. Like I said, like it's the interaction with the people. Like I don't even like to say fans, I say like the supporters. Having that support, like you said, being in the show, right? It's like anybody would you're always gonna get nervous. I don't care if you do 100 shows a year, you're always gonna get nervous. Like a boxer before a fight. Yeah.
Right before.
It don't matter. It's like a fight. It's like a boxing match. It's like a basketball game, from the pros to the to the amateurs.
Don't matter.
It don't matter. So for me, going on that stage, once I get that first wind, and I see the interaction, and I see the phones out, and I see the people hearing it, I'm like, oh shit, like it's working. You know what I mean? And that's a high. Like I said, it's a high. It's like a drug. And you just keep chasing that. You want to turn that 50 people into 50,000, and so on and so forth. So I love that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So we spoke about it before, but I want to phone a friend for a second because I love the story about how we call the show Friends of Friends because it's all about bringing on one guest and making a friend out of it, whether it's him, whether it's another guy, whether it's another girl. Just keep building that friendship between social media and all the guests we bring on here. So a friend of this show, a very close one, I'm going to phone him in right now because I love his story about how he met you and about how he found out you were a rapper. So I'm going to tap you in.
So actually, yeah, so I was telling them earlier how me and Benny met actually was, we worked together, so what we work at and stuff like that. It was a real genuine relationship, you know, it was cool, we chopped it up or whatever. And I'm in the locker room on my phone and I'm on Instagram, and at the time it was a popular page, so I'm on the popular page and I see a familiar face. So
Shout out to Instagram.
I'm like, yo, Mo, that's my man. And literally like 2 minutes later, he walked in the locker room, so I'm like, yo, boy, this you?
No kizzy.
You rap? He
No
like,
cap.
yeah, nigga, I rap. This is what I do.
No
And like
kidding.
for me, it was just dope because like I said, like for me and him, our relationship is real genuine. Like
Fact.
real genuine. Like, you
1,000.
know, I know like for me, like, you know, Jay could attest and a lot of people could attest. If I really fuck with you, you know a lot about me. So for me, it's like, you know, they know my story. And, you know, things I've been through and stuff like that. So for me, to be able to connect to him regular, and then when I hear his rap, when I hear the shit he talk about, the shit touch me. Like my favorite artist is Jadakiss. That's my favorite
Kiss.
artist. So it's like, you know,
Shout out to
for
Kiss.
me, that's my guy. You know what it is when you hear that.
Yeah.
Feel me? So
Gangsta.
for me, that's my guy, man. So, you know, again, so with the music, it's just it like you said, you know, I've been to his shows and you hear it and you feel it. When you can hear it and you can feel it, bro, it's different. That shit give me goosebumps just talking about it.
Yeah,
for me,
shit,
it's
word.
just like when that's your brother and when you really love what he doing, you see what
Facts.
he doing is really, you know, a thing of art. Like Jay with the basketball. That's art. That's like he love to do that. Him, it's rap. He love to do that. And it's just beautiful. Especially like for me, that's a gift. Them two, like what they got going on, that's a real gift. So for me, just be able to be blessed and just to be there and experience it. I love it.
My guy.
Appreciate you.
And we love you, you know what I'm saying?
You already.
1,000%.
Family.
Bulletproof
family,
love, man.
Chill.
Know that.
chill.
Bulletproof love, man.
You know that?
You already.
And we need more people like Ish in this world, man. I'm telling
That's
you.
a fact.
And you know, Ish, you got
If
to hold on.
everybody had an ish in their life, they be better off. But you don't, and that's why
Nah,
I'm
but let me
better
tell you
off,
something though,
but
right?
It's all good.
Real fast side note, but Ish does have a skill too that a lot of people don't have. And I want you to always remember that. You know, Ish knows how to light up a room. Ish has charisma. Ish knows how to, you know, blend in anywhere he goes. You throw him in any room, he's gonna be him. And a lot of people don't have that in them, that quality, that power as a man to walk in any room and demand respect. So shout out to Ish for that, because that's a skill and that's a trait that a lot of men don't really carry as they should. So
And you won't know that unless you're around a lot of men. And I say that to say this. I have a lot of great men in my life, right? But if I was to say, you know, who brings the most value as a man in my life, yo, Ish would be top 3. Like, that's a fact.
I respect that.
That's why he's always around me.
Yep.
If somebody's trying to reach me, they might call him.
Yep.
You know, to see, yo, did you talk to Jay? And Hank, too. Like, yo, did you? Granted, that's never happened because the God is always in the gym.
Always present.
You know that. I'm always here, alive and well, in the gym, training, or at a game somewhere, courtside.
Cooling.
What's that Luka ball with Dirk Nowitzki?
Oh, packing 2 German Rugers, that's Dirk and Luca. Yeah.
Stop
Packing
it.
2
Boss.
German Rugers, that's Dirk and Luca. You know, but then, you know, yeah.
See, now you got to throw Kyrie
So,
in there somewhere.
What do you think of Kyrie Irving?
Basketball wise or just in general?
General.
I like
Flipping
Kai.
the script.
No, I like Kai. I like Kai a lot. I think Kai, he remind me of Kobe. You know, he got his mannerisms and shit like that. And Kai's a free thinker, you know, and there's nothing wrong with a free thinker.
You a free thinker.
Yeah, I'm a free
Stop
thinker.
it.
Nah, I am,
Yeah.
and that's why I agree, and that's why I can say I know where this man is coming from, but I also understand that there's people that don't understand.
Facts.
You understand? But that's what makes Kai special is that not everybody's gonna get it, but for the people that do, you know,
Do you think he's thinking about the people who don't get it? Because you just said you understand the people who don't get it. Do you think Kyrie understands the people that don't get it?
I think he understands, but he don't care. you know, he definitely understands though, because he knows who his demographic is.
But you say he don't care.
He don't care about that. Nah, Kai don't care about that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it works out with him and Luca?
Yo, personally, no. Nah, I'm a fan of it on paper. I'm a fan of it, you know, to actually see like the theatrics and shit like that. It's good to watch, but
I saw it live. It's
chip
crazy.
wise, you know,
Fucking crazy.
I don't know. Like to me, that's not unless they add more pieces. But just him and Luca right now, like how they running it, nah, they would need, you know, big man pause or a 5 or 4, somebody that could come.
So one piece away, that's not a lot. There's teams out there that got nothing.
They got nothing.
You
yeah,
saying they need one piece, a 5.
well, they need one piece that's in the lineup and then maybe a solid bench. You know what I mean? If they could add some more role players around them, that'd be dope. But just them two, I don't know. I really don't see that. Because they both demand the ball so much. But, you know.
He's a hater, man.
I am.
I ain't even going.
Yeah,
Listen, man. Benny from the North is a hater.
And Luca, Kai, come to LA,
You know
man.
who they need a guy like?
Kai, go to LA,
Kai,
please
come to
don't.
LA, man, please. That's what I'm saying.
You
Like,
know
yeah.
who they need a guy like?
Who?
Who's like a good like glue guy that just like
Serge Ibaka. Look at my dude.
Serge Ibaka. What about
You want Serge to come back in the league?
So he's still in the league. He's on Milwaukee Bucks. He's taking a little sabbatical right now.
He's
but
on the what?
He's on the Bucks, but he's taking a little break.
Is he on the
from
Bucks?
basketball.
We're gonna have to look that up. Oh,
So-
okay.
shout out to Serge?
So
right?
Shout out to Serge. Still,
I was listening to you on the train as usual, and I thought this time I'd write down some of my favorite lines. Can I like read them to you
course,
and like
yeah.
ask?
Hell yeah,
Maybe
hell
get
yeah.
like the meaning behind some of them. So one of them we actually mentioned already, but this one was just one of my favorites. Oh hell yeah, I know that life ain't fair. Do you want to finish it?
Hell yeah, I know that life ain't fair. You know it costs to be the boss. I know that price ain't fair.
woo,
But I be spiked
And I be
out.
spiked out. I could trip a referee at the Garden. No, not Madison, but Dykeman Square.
oh,
Yeah. Shout out to Dykeman, baby. Yeah. Shout out to Dykeman. Word. Yeah. For those, if you know, you
Shout
know.
out Kenny, man. You already
If
know
you
Dykeman
you
basketball.
Know, Dykeman basketball in the summertime, one of the littest places in the city. If you got to experience that, you know what that vibe is like. So that's where that bar came from, man. Dykeman Square Garden.
How long does it take you to write something? Like write one song?
I mean, it varies. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do get stuck. And sometimes there's records that I start and I'm like, yeah, I gotta come back to this. Then there's other records where I just start and I'm like, yeah, I can't. And we ain't stopping until this shit's done. So it depends. It depends like what type of zone I'm in.
What gets Benny in the mood for a new track? What has to happen in order for him to cook something crazy up? Because you know what's crazy versus what's just, I laid a track down.
Yeah. What gets me in, like motivated
In the
to do
zone,
that?
what
Yeah.
you got to do beforehand? What's happening pre-game?
Pre-game before the stool and
There
all
you
that
go,
shit like
all
that.
that before you lay it
Yo,
down.
all right. So funny story, right? And I be talking with my people about this. So for the type of music I make, whether you call that shit classic rap, New York rap, bar heavy, whatever, I really don't even listen to that type of music before I go to the stool. I listen to a lot of different records. Like to get motivated to go make my music, I listen to a lot of Young Thug, a lot of Future, the Lil Babies, Kodak Black. Listen to like Southern rap. I listen to a lot of down south Atlanta artists. So just shit that you probably won't even think that I listen to, I really do though. Like I'm tuned in with the younger generation.
I like that. So tell me, who's your favorite rapper of all time then?
Jay-Z.
Okay, so you got a favorite rapper from up north, Brooklyn to be exact.
Yep.
Shout out Brooklyn, you
Marcy.
already.
Yep.
But you listen to all the Southern rappers right now.
I listen to a lot of Southern rappers right now too.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I don't discriminate, you know what I mean? I think the ATLs, they got a good, selection. They've been running shit for a little minute.
Can I read you another one?
Yeah.
This
hell
one
yeah.
was my favorite. And I ain't worried about the health because it don't help to worry. You want to finish
Don't
it?
talk about the elderberries.
My lady told me go to hell, but I'm in hell already. Sometimes you gotta risk it. Sometimes you gotta make that long story February, long story short, whatever. Don't risk your health without the wealth to get your elders buried. Triple entendre. Yeah. So
The elderberries line is the one that stands out to me.
yeah, that's a double entendre.
That's a crazy bar.
To
right
get your
there.
elders buried.
Right. So the youngest.
Get the elderberries.
Yeah,
Stop
and
it.
that's a bar for the youngest. Like if you out there doing what you do, just make sure you don't need a GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? Like That's all it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the gangster shit you could do. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Don't risk your health if you ain't got the wealth to get your parents buried, your elders buried. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's a little
like
jewel
that.
for y'all, man.
I like that.
Hell
That was
yeah.
crazy. When I was listening to that on the train, it was like, that made me like stop. I was like, wait a second.
Hold on, what he
Yeah, he
said?
said
The elderberry, yeah.
That was crazy.
That's how I hear it. You see how people dissect it differently.
Yeah.
Because some could hear elders buried, and
Yeah.
some could hear elderberry. Why? Because I eat that.
Same.
There you
and
go.
the health references.
There you go.
Like, that's what I'm
And you
saying.
reference it to. All right.
It's
So
crazy.
to y'all that don't know, man, tap in.
in other words, stay healthy. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Word.
I like that.
Stay healthy, man.
Switching gears a little bit, let me ask you something.
Yep.
Right now, who's the 2023 NBA champions?
Los Angeles Lakers.
Wow. Please back that argument
Yeah.
up.
Los Angeles Lakers.
How? Based off what?
Based off LeBron James, I trust in LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop. As long as LeBron is in the playoffs, I'm betting on him. As long as LeBron is healthy, I'm betting on him. As long as LeBron has shooters on the wing, I am betting on that man. And anything goes in the 7-game series. You know what I'm saying? We done seen miracles happen.
Facts.
So, and the way AD is playing right now, you know, like as much shade as he gets for the injuries, the man is a fucking great piece on that team.
That's
when
a
he's
fact.
healthy.
Nobody's ever taken away from Anthony Davis.
So I'm gonna go with the Lakers. They got a new rotation and they got a new rhythm. So I'm gonna bank on them.
All right. So who's coming out the East?
That's a good one. But I'm gonna stick to what I've been saying. I'm gonna say Philly.
So Philly versus the Lakers in the NBA Finals 2023 today.
Yeah, 22 years later.
Got you.
22 years later.
Oh, so he called it already. He thought about this. He told y'all. Philly versus LA 2023 NBA Finals.
Bold. So you said AI was your favorite player.
Absolutely. Growing up, hell yeah.
Why is that?
Cause he was the first thing that I like knew about. Like when I understood basketball, that was what it was. Like Michael Jordan to me was Space Jam. I was too young to know that this man had rings and X amount of accomplishments. It wasn't until the crossover, the braids, the shock value that AI brought to the game that I was like, you know, you 10 years old, 2000. That's all you heard throughout the whole
Right.
ESPN and everything is AI. That's who I fell in love with.
Shout out to Allen Iverson.
Hell
We
yeah, big
love
time.
AI.
Shout out
I
to
had
AI.
braids in high school because of AI.
I think a lot of people did a lot of things because of AI, man.
That's a fact. MLB. Tell me, who wins the World Series this year? It
Yankees.
just started.
Yankees.
Let's
Yankees.
go.
The Yankees, bro.
Ask Hank. Hank, who wins the World Series?
I don't want to say the Mets. I don't think the Mets will.
Oh, I definitely would have put my car on it that he was gonna say the
We
Mets.
had 20.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we're at 20 bet. Yeah, it's a good time for me to stop and we'll
Look.
You got to think about that.
Nervous.
Yeah.
You got to think
So
about
we talk
that.
about the Mets, right?